I'm here to unbox my order from Sunset Valley Orchids. So last week, Sunset Valley Orchids released their new Cattleyas for 2023. And it's usually the time of year that I place my biggest order with Sunset Valley Orchids. And I don't know if I will be placing any additional orders this year unless, like last year, he released a second set of Cattleyas and I did order off of those as well. But usually a lot of the best ones, the ones that I'm interested in, go at this first release and then they're not available anymore. And so I usually don't, at this point, buy later in the year. So my orchids came today. They're right here. The box is huge and we'll see how well I do on this unboxing. The pre-sale list for the customers is gone, so I will have to try to find each of these orchids on the website. And I have been joined by Pinto, so if you hear any screams of anger. Today it's raining in Chicago. The rest of the Midwest, the northern Midwest, is underneath a large blizzard warning. Minnesota, they're saying 2 feet of snow, and there went my lights for the evening. So my orchids arrived around noon. I was at work. I have class to teach between 1 and 3, and so they sat outside for most of the afternoon until someone got home and brought them in. It wasn't me, so, you know, they spent it's just above freezing in Chicago today and raining. Thankfully, my porch is covered and I'm fighting Pinto. You can't see him, but just know that he's already being a pest. So in here in the box, we have hermetically sealed all the orchids. It came with 2 heat packs. They're still slightly warm. Not really. I'm just pretending. I want to think that they're still warm because my orchids sat outside for so long. They come FedEx 2-day, and I couldn't stay home today to receive them because I had to teach class. So anyways, we have, let's see if I can, it was much easier to see things when that plant light was still on. I have the room lights on so that I can do this video, but normally the lights go off, and that's all there is. And if you don't believe me that there's Pinto, there he is, see? Pain the butt cat. All right. He's looking for things to bite. And he's standing on the laptop. Hopefully this, I will try to add photos of the parents after. Okay, I brought scissors. And I mean, it's well wrapped. And I'm glad that I'm not getting 2 feet of snow like Minnesota. Northern parts of Illinois are supposed to get freezing rain. I guess we're getting freezing rain. Some of them might get ice, like it's supposed to rain ice. So, you know, I'm glad I had at least 2 heat packs in this. I cannot open this. I can't see it well enough anymore. I got new bifocal contacts supposed to help me see things, but I cannot see the tape on this plastic wrap. I'm doing it all by feel and ripping and cutting. So, I don't know where the hermetic sealing ends. Pinto, get down. All right, let me pause the video, or no, Pinto, you can't, no, don't lay on the orchids, don't lay on the orchids. All right, we're working on this with the cat because he's being so helpful. Has to be super helpful. Are you being super helpful? Are you being... Don't climb on them. You're really heavy. You're 17 pounds of fat cat, and you will squish these no matter how well they're wrapped. Do you want to chew the plastic? Okay, we're getting there. Oh, they're swaddled. They're so swaddled. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's pretty late. And I think there's a break in the rain right now. It has been raining all afternoon. Traffic was terrible coming home. Okay, I'm boring. Pinto has gone off to go investigate others. Okay, I think. So, I didn't think I'd ordered that many orchids, but I think they might be bigger than I thought they would be. Where is my... Let me see if my sales thing is in the FedEx envelope. No, this is just my shipping. So usually Fred includes like a shipping list in here so you know what you bought. Here it is on the side. And okay, so I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bought 11 unique items, and so about 22 orchids. He did have a new Richard Mueller hybrid, and I got 4 of those, and I only got 1 of something that just kind of sounded interesting but wasn't in my normal bailiwick. I am trying still to add spots and flares to my collection, and a lot of things that are spotted have bifoliate in them, and sometimes I feel like I just struggle with them because I just can't stay hot enough to grow bifoliates really well. In the winter, summer it's great, in the winter not so much. So what do I have here? This right here is Princess Clementine. So he crossed, this is a Clandier cross. He crossed Cattleyas dowiana to Cattleyas Clandier Gulf Glade. He likes to use Gulf Glade because Gulf Glade has the largest natural spread, makes for a really big spotted flower, but Gulf Glade has really thin petals and sepals, so we'll have to see how that comes out. Dowiana is nice and large, and though it also tends to have kind of thin sepals, so we'll have to see. So that was one by itself. Did I only get one Princess Clementine? Let me see. Did I go on to page 2? No, I ordered 2 Princess Clementine, so there should be another Princess Clementine here somewhere. Oh, these are all sort of damp. I guess we must have watered these before shipping. So we have to find a second Princess Clementine. I should have 2 of those. And I don't know what his will look like. He didn't originate Princess Clementine, so there are probably photos of those elsewhere on the internet, and I will share them if I can find them. So let's see, this looks like the Richard Mueller cross. So yes, so he took Laelia anguiaria, which is an orange, and he crossed it to another Laelia. What was it? Laelia flava, which is kind of a yellowish orange. All right, so they're both rupiculus Laelia, so they have small little flowers. And then he crossed, so those 2 Laelias are crossed together, and then he crossed that on to Richard Mueller. And as we know, Richard Mueller is Laelia milleri crossed to Nodosa. Probably have oranges. I think, I don't know where he's trying to go with his Richard Mueller crossing, but I think he would like to have more flowers per inflorescence with Richard Mueller. Maybe these will be kind of smaller. I have his, I think, Tropical Sunrise, which is two Rupiculas. It's Kaushgai crossed to Angieri, and then they cross that Laelia, so they call that Tropical Sunrise, and they cross that to Richard Mueller, and I bloomed 3 of those, and I bloomed everything from like big flowers to like really tiny flowers, and he did tell me that with that, the Laelias that he crossed were very fluorescent. They both, one of them had 22 flowers, and that he was expecting the progeny to be much more floriferous, but he hasn't seen that so far. Anyways, I'm waiting for the second blooming on them. One of them was smaller and yellow, and I am not as excited about it, and I may not keep it if it doesn't end up having a lot of flowers on it. I have one that is just basically like a star-shaped orange, but it's really nice, and the flowers are really big. It just didn't have as many flowers. So I just don't know if that's just, you can either have a lot of flowers or you get a big flower. If you can't have both, that would be kind of sad. So that's what he said that he's doing there. So here in my lap is another one. So I should have 4 of those. This is not it. So this is, Cattleyas Facellus. So Facellus is Cattleyas bicolor crossed to Cattleyas Clementine. So again, bifoliates. And here's the other Princess Clementine. So I am very interested in, like I said, adding spots to my collection. Both of these are spotted parents. Bicolor is a really big plant. A Clementine is a really small plant. And hopefully this will bring me a medium-sized plant. Bicolor has a lot of flowers. A Clementine not so much, just kind of like usually 2 flowers, 1 flower per inflorescence. And so hopefully up the flower count. I do believe several years ago I bought a Facellus from the Orchid Whisperer, which is supposed to be a Cerulean Facellus. We'll see. I don't know. It has a bloom jet. It's not dead, so I can count it, I guess, as I'm not completely murdering it, but it's not dead yet. And so, like I said, here's the other Princess Clementine. I'll put these together. I'm trying to set these sort of around me in a circle so that I can keep an eye on them in case Pinto comes back to the region. What did I do with the Richard Muellers? I thought I set them forward, but now I don't see them. Anyways, I'm sure I'll find them in a second with my eyes. Okay, so what else do we have? Hopefully I'm not sitting on any of them. There's not a huge amount of room here. Of course, now I'm looking for, I put them to the side right here. They're right there. Harder for Pinto to get around this box right now because I've got orchids underneath the shelving here and they have plastic lids on them, so he can't crawl underneath the shelves and get at stuff. Okay, here's something else. Thin leaves. Maybe you have Richard Mueller. Oh, no, this has Nodosa. So this is BC Estrella del Sol. I think I only got one. Did I get 1 or 2 of these? Oh no, I'm sorry. BC Estrella del Aconquija. Okay, so this is Brassavola perenniae crossed to Cattleyas chocolate drop, and I think he's got a photo of this already on his website, and I think it has like red flowers. Chocolate drop, it's like this chocolatey red, big, very heavy substance. Flowers, and perenniae is white, and it looks kind of like Nodosa. I think the flower's a little bit smaller than Nodosa, and anyways, you get these brilliant red star-shaped flowers, and I I've got a couple other Brassavola nodosa type crosses that are like that. I have a Jirac Firestar that's red like that. I love that brilliant red color, and I love it in the star shape. So let's see. I haven't had to look up any of these. I remember a lot of them. Okay, this one is Cattleyas Comet's Tail crossed to Cattleyas Leopoldii. So this one he made with his clone 5 tails, which meant that it had 5 flowers on it, so it's very floriferous. So Comet's Tail is an Eclandier cross. So I can't remember what it is that he crossed away from, but it's something crossed to Eclandier, and then he crosses to Leopoldii. Again, Leopoldii is more floriferous, and so he is trying to basically, he told me when I did my Cattleyas paper, he is trying to grow, or he's trying to breed for things that are like Eclandier, that have more flowers than Eclandier, but then so he wants Eclandier for the size, keep plants small, but then he wants more flowers because, Eclandier just, that one flower thing is not doing it for him. So that's what Fred says he's doing. So that's what I would guess with this. He's trying for more flowers here. And let me see, that's under spots. I can see if I remember that correctly. So I did buy many of his Eclandier crosses. So this is SVO 9507. So 9507, yes. So let's see. He thinks these will look like a Cattleyas landate, which is Leopoldii just crossed to Eclandier. Like I said, there's just a lot of Eclandier in Comet's Tail, and then and he thinks they're going to be about 10 inches tall. So yes, and he thinks both of these parents on this Cattleyas Leopoldii Dark Blood and Cattleyas Comet's Tail 5 tails are 4N. So he thinks this is going to be a tetraploid. Tetraploid bifoliates tend to have really, really heavy substance. So that's exciting. I hope it's true. So I bought 2 of those, and I have to find the mates. They're not like wrapped in pairs of the same thing for the most part. All right, so then this is my other 2, I believe, of my Angieri across the Flava, across the Richard Mueller. And I have to say that the Richard Mueller crosses that I've got from Fred bloom much sooner for me than ones I've gotten from other sources. So like, I got that Angieri cross to Cattleyas across the Richard Mueller from High Desert Orchids, and they're still really small and not even close to blooming. But like I said, I bloomed 3. I've ordered 3 from Fred of that, and I ordered 4, and 3 of them have bloomed. So, shorter wait. I'm pretty sure Fred gives his orchids some kind of plant steroid, even though he claims that it's just Southern California. All right, so then we have Sophrolalia Cattleyas Angel's Treat across the Epic Cattleyas Koyoguchi. Oh, I don't know what this one is. I think this is the exception one where I only got 1. So it's not going to be a spotted one. If it's like an exception, it's either going to be a compact or a mini cat. Let's look under compact. It's 9309. 9309. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yes, he's got pictures of the parents here, and I'll include them. So Angel's Treat, which is Lele Trick or Treat crossed to Sophrolalia Cattleyas Angel Eyes, has attractive flower color and good flower count. Koyoguchi, which is Encyclia aromatica crossed to Gorianthe aurantiaca, blooms with branched inflorescences holding over 60 bright yellow fragrant flowers with yellow lips striped in red. Hybrids with Koyoguchi have a distinctive charm. Plants are compact growers, frequently with branched inflorescences holding many flowers that are often fragrant. We are expecting this cross to bring flared flowers to the Koyoguchi style of breeding. The starry-shaped flowers will be in orange tones, many with red fluttering or bold striping of the petals. Dare I suggest that these may be fragrant? We will need to bloom them out to find out. So that's this. I love Aurantiaca. I have several of them. They're coming into, they're budding right now, and minor regret I only ordered one, but wish me luck. And I'm gonna find out, because look at this. It's got a spike. So if it survives the transit, it's got a spike. Here, I'm gonna, just in case, I'm gonna put this one behind the Pinto jail. Like, I have to jail my orchids to keep Pinto from chewing them. So let's see. Here, this is another BC Estrella del Sol. There's two of those. And I had quite a substantial amount of plant death, so hopefully I'll have room. I have a tray that's almost empty, and then in 3 weeks I'm gonna hopefully get rid of a whole bunch of the plants that are like underneath here. They're gonna go to the iOS sales table, and then I'll have more room. I also pre-ordered, so at our spring show, Equigenera is gonna be a vendor, and I did put in a pre-order with Equigenera. I didn't get as many plants there, and they're all smaller minis. I am planning for the future there. I want to do like a little like waterscape, and I'm ordering Lapanthes and Chlorothallas to try out for the waterscape. I need to figure out if I can grow them first before I stick them in a waterscape. So that's like a long-term kind of project. Like I said, I have to test drive the orchids first before they go in the waterscape, which I've only partially, I built the container for the waterscape, but I haven't actually scaped yet. I'm not artistic enough to scape well. I need to find someone who's willing to scape for me. My daughter says she'll scape for me, but I haven't figured out what needs to go in my scape. Let's see, Cattleyas, Maria Tiger. So these two are the same thing, crossed to Cattleyas Aclandiae Kathleen. So Kathleen 3. So one of the things that I have found out is that Bill Rogerson, who is a judge with the AOS, and who is one of my mentors, when he gets his plants awarded, he names them Kathleen. So the first one in something is Kathleen, and then the second one is Kathleen 2, and the third one is Kathleen 3, and pretty much they're all Kathleen. So and Fred clearly must trade with Bill to get his gorgeous plants, and then he uses them for breeding, and I can tell that they at one point were Bill's, because, you know, Kathleen. Bill's greenhouse, amazing. So there's two of those. Marimba Tiger is also has a Clandier in it. It's a larger spot, and then it's just bred back to a Clandier. So I'm assuming that he's trying to make something a Clandier-like that's not quite so big as Marimba Tiger. So that's 9503. So the next, okay, let's see. So Marimba Tiger is Cattleyas leopoldii cross Cattleyas schilleriana. This remarkable plant carries 11 to 15 huge spotted flowers with amazing color, hard substance, and a spicy fragrance. Clandiae Kathleen 3 is one of the finest examples of this species. Many of Bill Rogerson's Clandiae are the finest examples of the species. With large flowers on a small plant. The offspring of this cross will be tetraploids, producing flowers that look like huge Eclandiae with sturdy stems of 4 to 5 fragrant blooms from a plant just 8 to 10 inches tall. So there we go on this. Let me put this here. Pinto's actually climbing around on my legs. It's like watching a shark traverse the area. Dunna, 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 dunna. So I ordered 2 of those because I'm trying to add spots. Okay, so then this is Sophroleila Cattleyas Memoria Evelyn Paquette cross to Naomi's Delight. So Naomi's Delight is a yellow with red spots. It hasn't been awarded yet. And I've seen it in all kinds of shapes, though I think the one that Fred likes is the rounder one where it looks a little more like Memoria Evelyn Paquette, which is also a roundish, it's a roundish yellow with a red lip and spots. So let's see, this should be in the spot 95, 55. Okay, the flowers of Memoria Evelyn Paquette, which is Sophroleila Ammonia de Sueños. I don't think that's ammonia. Armonia, not ammonia. Cross to Mark Jones, have some of the nicest red lips of any yellow with red spots, Grex. Naomi's Delight, which is Sophroleila Catherine Clarkson, cross to BLC Sunspots, has a beautiful yellow flower with bold red spots and a great shape on a compact plant. So they're not all that, I mean, I don't know. I've heard some people basically say that they're Naomi's Delights that are like orange and they look more like standard cats and they're just ugly. But that's not what Fred used to make this. The name Super 8 is a reference to the 8 flowers produced on an inflorescence. This is next level breeding and there's lots of potential for best yet seen results in this class. So if I'm successful, these will both grow up, and what I find, is these the same thing? No, this one's a comet's tail. So I should have 2 of these, and this is the comet's tail cross the Leopoldia where I was looking for the second one. Because I was gonna say, you can see these plants, they don't look the same. They are not the same. One, 2, 3, 4 more sets of 4. All right, I haven't found my Leolegesia yet. Okay, so this right here, is this the same thing? Okay, so this is Cattleyas Hawaiian Variable crossed to Clandia. These are both the same thing. This is 9629. It's also going to be in the spotted. Maybe I didn't order Leolegesia because it's too big, and I've had terrible success so far. I've had, so no, this is not here. 9640, 9624. There's no 9629. I don't, did he sell out of this already? 96. I don't see it here. It's not here. 90, it's, all right, I'll try in the blues, but it should be under spotted. No, it's not under blues. And Hawaiian Variable is not, it's a pink. Pretty sure Hawaiian Variable is pink. It's like under compact, maybe put it under compact. 96. 9620, okay. Oh, it's because these are albus. All right, so these were under compact. So this is Cattleyas Hawaiian Variable green and white, cross to Cattleyas Aclandiiforma alba. Hawaiian Variable, which is Peticorota, cross to Guttata, so I was expecting like pink spots, was registered by Kodama Orchid Nursery in Hawaii in the late 1980s. The name was inspired by the wide range of flower color that arose from this cross, which was quite popular at the time. Many flowers were spotted, others flared in magenta, a few were all white, flared in white, and some, possibly the most desirable, had white flowers with flared green petals like the cultivar green and white. This exceptionally rare color combined with the albiform and Clementine will produce unusual flower colors. We hope that many will have white and green flowers, but some will be spotted and others flares. Plants will be 10 inches tall when mature and upright. Inflorescences will display 4 to 8 blooms. Well, here's hoping because, you know, a Clementine, two flowers max. So we'll see. This is adventurous breeding in an unexplored direction. So I like flares, I like spots. I was very interested in this. I got 2 to try my luck. And you know, one of these looks substantially larger than the other one already. So we'll have to see. And fortunately, one of them lost a root. Okay, let's see. Hawaiian variables can go together. We'll try. Let's see. Put to the side. I don't want to actually step on these and do mechanical damage to them after having prevented Pinto from eating them. So far, the Pinto no eating has been successful. All right. And I'm really grateful to the lack of tape on everything here. All right, we have, here is the second Memoria Evelyn paquette cross of Naomi's Delight. Oh, and I did. Here's a Cattleyas interglossa cross the Cattleyas Leolodoglossa. Not loaded G's, Lodoglossa. For the amethystoglossa that's in them. So let's see. Memoria Evelyn paquette. Memoria Evelyn paquette. I like to put them all together. Where's Evelyn paquette? Here's Evelyn paquette. Right here, snugged on my side. Okay, so what do we have here? So this is 8061T. So the T are the ones where he treats them to make them tetraploids. Some of where he says some of them will be tetraploids. So this is going to be in blue spotting, I believe. 8061T. Okay, wait. Oh, it's a Laura Newton. I got this one because my other Laura Newtons are dead. The first time I bloomed Purple Tower, it had 13 cerulean flowers with darker blue spots, just spectacular. Cattleyas Leolodoglossa, dark blue, has a very deep color. These are robust plants and are already showing fantastic growth. The best of these will be very special. Do not miss out on this one. These protochromes have been treated with orzoline, increasing the chances that some of these will be tetraploid with the potential for exceptional flower qualities. So we'll see. I have not done well with these blue spotted Laura Newtons. I bought a flask from him on them. They don't grow. I've just had terrible, terrible, terrible luck. So I keep trying though. Hopeful to the end. So this one is Cattleyas Mr. Bojangles, which is Cattleyas landate across to Cattleyas schilleriana. This is basically a replacement. I had a Mr. Bojangles from him. I bloomed it and then it died. So I got 2. This is going to be yellow with mahogany spots. And there's 2 of them. One has a crunchy leaf already. That has been broken. I see you, Pinto. I am protecting my plants from you. He can still get in here. He can just walk underneath the camera. All right, and lastly, I have 2 more. I don't think I have any ones that are So, okay, so this is another Cattleyas interglossa, Constellia lutoglossa, and here's Pinto. Pinto, no, don't eat these, don't eat these, don't eat these. I am holding your head, and the other Facellus. So that's everything, and I'm gonna protect my orchids from Pinto and call it a day.